This is the day in which the Los Angeles Lakers could extend LeBron James. They could sign him to a 2-year, $97 million extension. However, if you remember when he was in Cleveland, he always sort of kept the franchise guessing, signing one-and-one deals with player options, putting pressure on the franchise to win now. Do you expect him to sign a 2-year extension, or do you expect him to keep his options open as he has in the past?
So I was on NBA Today yesterday with Malika and Matt Barnes, and this topic came up, right? And the first thing I thought about was LeBron should take the 2-year deal, the big money, to create the stability for the Lakers and the roster, because it's hard to recruit players to come play with you when you're not invested. When I see videos of him and his sons at Lakers facilities getting that work in, I don't think that he wants to uproot his family right now in any way, shape, or form. So it seemed like, in theory, it would make sense for him to go ahead and sign the deal. But the more I thought about it, here's what LeBron should actually do.
I like this. I like this. Talk to me.
He should sign short-term deals, and as his game slows down over the next 2 or 3 years, if it does, he may be a Tom Brady of the NBA. You play like one-and-ones, and then you like, I want a 4-year deal.
Wait
to me, that's kind of what you do.
So, Jalen, Tom Brady, I'm glad you made that comparison, because Tom Brady famously sort of reduced his current salary in order to bring in other players. Is there a scenario in which LeBron James takes a similar tactic? Maybe he doesn't sign for as much money as possible.
Well, here's a dirty secret I've said about the NFL salary cap, right? When the quarterback has taken up about 15% of it, usually that team won't win the Super Bowl. And Tom Brady has been the anomaly, the outlier for so very long, because people will say Tom Brady takes less money. But what I always say is Tom Brady also has a significant other that makes just as much, if not more money than he does. That's what allows him to take less money. That was kind of a dirty secret. But for LeBron, here's the deal. You're, in theory, underpaid anyway as an NFL or NBA player because salary caps exist. Look at the deal Juan Soto just turned down, $440. Okay, that got him traded. And so, again, LeBron Jacoby, here's what you do. Do the James Harden. Sign a 2-year deal, but they're at different points of their careers and they're doing this for different reasons. You sign a 2-year deal with a 2nd year as your option. You ball this year, do a 2-year deal with a 2nd year deal as your option. You wait till Bronny about to get drafted, and then you keep your options open, number one. And then that team that you play for, which I believe probably is gonna still be the Lakers, then you ask for a 4-year deal. That's how you play it. What you think about that?
I don't think there are very many teams, even with LeBron James's greatness, that in the year 2024 are going to want to sign him to a 4-year max deal worth upwards around $300 million. I do not see that happening. But there's also this other question for the Lakers. Should they package their 2 first-round picks that they have available to them with potentially Russell Westbrook and trade them somewhere to try to upgrade this roster to make a championship run this season?
It depends on who you're trading for. You don't just do it to do it. If you can get a player that was in last year's All-Star game, yeah. Because guess the kind of development LeBron's going to get with those picks. Not much. Not much. You know what I'm saying? LeBron right now is your anchor. He's your currency, but he's also your near future. You know what I'm saying? So those picks won't mean as much. I think Russ's ability to be a productive teammate and performer is getting diluted because of his salary. I think he's still going to be a productive player for the Lakers.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.